Welcome to the Down the Middle podcast, battlers. H Moore, how are you, mate? We're recording on a slightly different platform tonight, giving it a go.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know if that was my cue.
I didn't know. I was probably going to say more, but I ran out of words.
So yeah, if my audio is not the best, we'll know and we'll try and rectify it for next time.
Blame me.
No, not blame you. Blame me for
Blame Samsung.
yeah, Samsung's not letting me connect some things and stuff like that. And I know people come in there going, "Well, that's Android for you," but I'll forever be Android.
Yeah, I'd like to buy another. I'd like to buy another laptop. I'm thinking an Apple, but they're so expensive. Anyway,
it's crazy.
Mate, we missed last week, and I'll put my hand up and I'll apologise. We were just talking about why I was absent last week. Last week was a bit hectic. My wife was overdue for our third child, so I was a bit sort of on the edge about what was going on. You had a go at trying to record, but you're a muppet, and using that Android, it didn't work. So
yeah, mate, I tried to do the Zoom, try and get the video and the audio out, but for some reason when I go into Zoom, I can make a meeting, but I can't start a meeting to record. So I don't know what's going on there. And
we need if there's any tech guys out there that want to jump on Down the Middle, you don't get paid, but you can do all our technical stuff.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Anyway,
so I was busy trying to get my wife to have a baby, and she did over the weekend. So we're all sorted now. He's off. He's asleep. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll find out. He doesn't do much at the moment. Just sleeps. And we started a little bit later. I had to message H and say he's just done a huge shit. So give me 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that's all right. We missed a fair bit of sport though in the week off though, didn't we, H?
We did, mate. Unfortunately, we missed our recap of Origin 2, and thankfully, it was a win to New South Wales. Pretty comprehensive win, must say.
I felt like that was also okay. We didn't need to because we were all pumped up on the result anyway.
Yeah, I think it's more of a when I was watching, I was like, thank God we've won. I think everyone was a bit more relieved and going, rightio, we can just
I felt that too, actually. That's a pretty good point. I felt more relief than the first try. I felt excitement. I had the double fist pump for the first try, and then it was just like relief going, good. They can do it. They've scored. Perfect. All right, this is how it should have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 100%.
Or 3 weeks ago.
I think it would have been 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
But yeah, no, it was good. The changes that were made worked pretty well with Moses and Latrell. So yeah, sort of can't go
wrong. Moses. It made a huge difference having a halfback that he is an out and out halfback, a true halfback. Moses' kicking game. Look, it's another level compared to what Hines and Luai produced in game one, and I think that made the difference because it was a bit calmer, not as frantic. Getting towards the end of those sets, sort of going, geez, what's going on here? Who's it going to go to? What are we going to produce? It was a bit easier just to be able to give it to Moses. At one stage, I'm pretty sure he kicked from like within his 20 or whatever. He got it down to about the other 20 on the other side. It was like he can seriously just hit that ball so well.
100%. I think if they had Moses and Hines, I think the same result would have happened. Obviously, I agree. I have people there. I've had Rooster fans coming at me. I'm going, well, guess what, mate? I'll call them out, Paige.
We all knew who it was.
Hines wasn't to blame for round one. I mean, for game one. His Rooster, the Roosters fucked game one. Thank you very much, because he's the dickhead that got sent off. We had to play for 72 minutes for 12 men. Yes, something in that. The best game, but I love it. It's always
someone else's fault.
It's not the other people on the field, not the bloke that got off the field. And bang, and then obviously Moses has a good game. He goes, "Well, see what happens." I go, "Well, I'm glad, mate. We don't have your rooster fuck up game 2 because he can't play." So
I still would have pushed for.
Hines
I think I did. I would have pushed for Hines to go to 6 and Luai to be dropped. I know that was probably never going to happen because Luai didn't underperform as much as Hines did in game 1. But I would have pushed for.
He didn't do too much better.
No. I don't think he played any better, or I don't know if he played worse, but he certainly didn't play any better than game 1. But I think it made a difference that, they didn't need too much from him because they had Mitch.
And it doesn't get none of the Blues get criticised because they had such a massive first half.
Yep.
Like, you're not going to call he played shit, but they'll win a 34 mil. Like,
yeah, and how can you drop anyone when you end up winning 38-18? Like, I think we got to talk about probably actually a couple of people. I'll bring up a couple of people. Obviously, Latrell Mitchell, a safe game for me. Didn't overplay his hand. Didn't do too many. There was a lot of talk of just give the ball to Trell and let him go.
no.
And I don't think they did do that, which I liked, because I didn't want him to have to really, again, like, overplay. I didn't want him, because that's when I know that he can sometimes stuff up. And I think he made one mistake where he probably went in a little bit too hard, but he, put his hand up straight away and went, "Sorry, didn't mean to do that." That was good. Dylan Edwards in for Teddy. Again,
So
I think
fuck, we don't have him anymore. His time's done. Just he's so much better on the ball, man. Like, when they kick it back to the fullback, right? Teddy just fucking plots along like he's having a Sunday stroll on the way back. Fucking Edwards has running under his legs, fucking runs right at the fence, full speed. Teddy's probably still in the 20k zone, just plotting all. Like, you know what I mean? He's just so much better.
he's a weird runner. I just can't get over his weird running for me. I liked Edwards, and that try that he scored. Was that the one from Angus Crichton's little flick at the end? Was that? I think so. I don't know.
No, I think Latrell got into that. Latrell had that.
Oh, that was true. Yeah. But I thought Dylan Edwards good, and the man I just said, Angus Crichton. I cannot believe Angus Crichton didn't get man of the match. I was actually filthy that Mitch Moses got man of the match.
I don't think so. He got 4 tries. He got 4.
I don't. Oh, yeah, but
he was second.
Okay,
he's second for me.
Yeah, he's second. Right. Here's it for me, right? Mitch Moses was brought in to do that exact job. He was brought in because they needed the saviour, and I think he did that. So he just ticked a box for me. I think Angus Crichton went above and beyond and played better at his position. Oh, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. I'll stay with it.
You want to do 5?
Hey?
You want 5 tries in screen to get me?
But they scored 7 tries. So, like, of course he was going to get 4 tries. But I think that was a team effort. I think Angus Crichton. I still think Angus Crichton played better. He was monumental.
But them two,
they don't win without Angus. Yeah, there you go. They don't win without Angus.
They don't win without Moses either.
Yeah, well, still.
But them two were like heads and shoulders above everyone else. Like, you take them 2 out, then I'm not quite sure who you would actually give it to. Sort of.
Crichton needs to stay healthy this weekend. That is vital that he gets through this weekend unscathed. Yep. They've obviously got the bye next week anyway. Yeah, he needs to stay healthy.
And got rewarded with a 2-year contract as well.
Yeah, actually, there's been a few signings in the last week or so.
Yeah.
Who did I just see? Well, Roosters. If we stay on the Roosters, Chatty Townsend's going to the Roosters.
Don't know about that.
That's.
I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to put an old head with Sam Walker.
I think maybe similar to the Damien Cook signing for the Dragons.
I think, and I think the Cowboys don't want him anymore.
Yeah.
I
They
think
weren't going to offer him anything.
the Roosters. What was he off contract or?
He's coming off this year. Yeah. But I don't, and I think the stance was that they weren't going to renew or give him.
He lost his vibe, like being the captain this year. Sort of.
Yeah.
Some of the writing was on the wall, but yeah, I don't. It's a funny one for the Roosters. I don't know.
Did you see a price? Did you see a price?
No, I haven't seen a price yet.
Because I just think if you're paying,
you wouldn't pay more than 500. Oh.
Mate, I'd go less. I'd go like in between the 3 to 4, almost like. He probably doesn't. He doesn't play. Like he doesn't play. He doesn't play next year.
Yeah.
What's he going to do? Play a 14 role? Probably not.
For the Roosters.
Yeah, like he'll start. Oh, because Kiri's gone, of course. No, I don't think he will.
Who were he going to put in there?
Maybe they put Connor there.
Oh, fuck. I wouldn't even have to play for 17. Let alone freaking starting.
He's an Origin superstar, mate. He played 17 minutes. 17?
Jesus Christ.
He might have only played 14. Man, he's an Origin player. What are you talking about? He is. He's got 17 minutes. Hang on. 17 minutes and 17 fantasy points, mate. He went one point a minute. He is a superstar, mate. Come on, let's look at his stats. 2 hit-ups. Yeah, 35 run meters. 17 post-contact. 17 post-contact meters, mate.
Mate, give us the stats up from game fucking 1 and who deserves it more.
12 tackles in 17 minutes. He was on fire, mate.
I could do 12 tackles in Origin.
No, you couldn't. You could do 12 missed tackles, 12 times run over the top of. I'm not going to talk about tackles. I'm not making any tackles in Origin.
Crazy.
All right, look, yeah, okay. So what? That Kiri goes to, well, he might be going to the Super League. So he goes to the Super League, and you reckon Chatty Townsend just slots in?
Yeah, I think it's easy.
For what? For what? For 2026?
2025.
Yeah, but so he plays 2025, and then what? That's it.
Well, they must have someone in New South Wales Cup.
I think it's Connor. I think it's Connor's time, mate.
But he's not fucking.
Connor could be the next Joey Johns.
I'm gonna leave it. Fucking stop this stupid talk.
There was another signing. I'm just going to talk about signings if I can. Signing today, Dylan Brown, 8 years for Para, right through to 33. I'm pretty sure I saw that today. Yeah, but he's got two player options. Let me see if I can find it. Because I'd like to think that wasn't just a BS post that I saw today.
Well, and mate, just to put on South Sydney winning 16-4 at halftime as well.
Who scored?
Cody Walker, Jack White, and Jacob Gagai for South Sydney, and the young gun Blaze Talani.
Yeah. I should have backed Blaze Talangi. I was going to, but I've got Trell instead. Let me have a look.
Mate, I brought Colin Matongi in this week. Worked wonders. 52 points.
Yeah, nice. Geez, I could be off the mark here with this signing news.
Mate, well, even and sticking on to Parramatta, they reckon Lightbacks is having second doubts about going to the Eels next year, mate. I reckon.
Geez, that's surprising.
There were sort of reports coming out during the week that he was a bit unsure about joining Parramatta. Brad Arthur got him over the line to the club.
Yeah, but he's gone.
And it's interesting to see when all that talk were happening. He wanted a coach clause in there to say, "Look, if Brad Arthur's not the coach," they said no. They obviously said that because they already made up their mind.
They knew they were getting rid of him. Yep.
He was getting sacked.
Yep.
And then obviously he must have got assured, "I don't want he's going to be here." what was it, 2 weeks after
He was gone.
Suppose the clubs are trying to work something out, but I don't know how that work.
Look, if I'm honest, I think Shane Flanagan has come out and talked more positively about Zach Lomax than Zach Lomax has ever had positive press about him from his own club.
He jumped the gun trying to get a contract.
He got scared. He got scared going, I'm playing on the wing. I don't want to. I don't know. Like, I think he still had 1 or 2 years left at the Dragons. But I think he got scared and he went, I can get money there. Let's go. Stuff it. Stuff the Dragons. They didn't listen to me. And then he's gone gangbusters. He's playing on the wing for Origin. He's probably in line for a kangaroo spot. And if I'm him, I'm putting my hand up and Mal Meninga said he's in the race. Yeah. He'd probably be named in the extended squad. If I'm Zach, I backflip.
It just all depends on what, obviously, the contract is. And
they still don't have a coach, mate.
I know what you mean. This is the problem.
It's been like 4 weeks they've been going, oh, this person's interviewing, this person's interviewing, this person's interviewing. They don't have a coach.
Yeah, but why do you jump the gun? You didn't need to jump the gun so soon in the season. I know you want the assurance, but you already had assurance for next year already. So
that's
He didn't, it's not like he was off contract at the end of this year. Then I'll probably understand. You want to get your future.
I think he threw his toys out of the cot because he was playing on the wing.
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later, he's the best winner. Like you just
also
let you settle into your role.
Yes. See, I think he was also a bit. I think he's. How do I put this? When he's playing at centre, he also sort of plays that roaming sort of fullbacky type role, especially on the kicks. He can swap over to the other side. He chases everything down. He's allowed to drift in and chase through the middle. And I think maybe he got scared that he wouldn't be allowed to do that. But he's still being allowed to do that at the Dragons. I think Flano's gone, mate, play the same game. I'm just shifting you out one more.
Yeah. And then my thinking of it's like, Roddy, you want to play centre, but do you really want to be the centre to the guy or Ravalawa? Why wouldn't you want to be on the wing with Jack Bird as your centre? You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, if you look at your team dynamics, because like what? So if he goes to play for the wing or play on the wing at the Eels, who's his centre? Like, is it Bailey?
Sean Russell, Mike Seaver. Like not. But maybe Blaze Talani maybe would be good, but then they're both short. Like,
although would he be going to the Eels to play wing? No, he's probably going there to play centre.
Because
that's like
centre.
It's because he's got he's got Bailey Simonson and Morgan Harper or something out there, isn't it? They're both fucking nuffies. Fair enough. Yeah, look, fair enough. I don't know, but if you're playing inside Mike Acevo, I can understand that. I'd take that, but I think he's jumped the gun. Anyway, whatever. I can't find that other thing. Have you noticed? Have you had any other news? Oh, those two rugby union blokes that Carter Gordon. He's just started at the Titans. Interesting.
And then the Roosters.
Interesting to see.
The Roosters bloke coming after. I'm not even going to.
I haven't done enough research on his last name yet.
And then he's coming after the Olympics. So.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh, so he's in the squad for the Olympics, is he?
Yeah, so he's playing for the Sevens, I think the Sevens or whatever it is.
Okay. Yep.
And then after that, he's coming to the Roosters because they're in pretty dire straits.
Roosters suck, mate. That's why.
Yeah, we'll see how you say that after this weekend. We'll save
that for about 8 minutes' time. Speaking of the Olympics, we'll touch on the Olympics next week. I think we've got 3 weeks to go. It starts on like the 25th or something. So 3 weeks to go. We'll start getting some Olympics chat going because I'm pumped, man. I love the Olympics. That's freaking awesome.
I can't wait to watch it.
Where do we want to go next, mate? Do we want to talk our favourite game or do we keep rolling with footy?
I think we take a break and go to our favourite game.
Our favourite game. Take it away, young man.
Mate, obviously golf. For people that couldn't guess what our favourite game is. I'm going to start before we start talking about people. If you want to get better at things, pop on the podcast. We make people great.
We're one for one in the golfing sphere, but we're willing to try and branch out. If you just need to get better at something, come on, talk about it with us.
100%.
So why do you say that, mate? Where's your data? Where's your evidence?
Well, he's won probably about 8 million. Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe straight.
It could.
Mate, he made over $5 million since talking to us. Of course, we don't take a dime out of that. We just want success. To it, mate. Talking about our good mate, Richie Bland. Since coming on the podcast and talking to us, I think he's had about 2 top 10s in live. He's won the team once with the Cleeks. He hasn't been out of the top 15 or top 20, or however many people come back. Mate, he's won back-to-back senior majors that are pretty tough when you look at the fields of there's some
serious golfers still out there.
Serious Hall of Famers in there, soon Hall of Famers in there. And he's been doing it from both majors. Well, sorry, the first one he pretty much went wide.
Yeah.
His second one in the US Open. Came back from 3 shots with 8 holes to go in the last round.
But what a finish in the last round. They played 10 holes. Then there was a rain delay. They had to go back the next morning and play 8 holes. He's 3 back with 8 holes. I don't know about you, but if you've got 8 holes to play, you just think about a 9-hole match. Me and you have played 9-hole matches against each other. If I gave you 3 shots to start with, I don't think I could beat you. And we're just a couple of nuffies. I couldn't beat you if you had a 3-shot head start. I couldn't beat my old man with a 3-shot. This bloke is playing professional golf. He's got a 3-shot handicap pretty much, and he comes back to win it. Well, he got to the playoff and then won it in the playoff. Yeah. Freaking awesome, man.
And he's such a nice guy. We even I think it was two days after we sort of had a little talk with him. Just all down to earth, saying thank you, so good to see. And it's good to see. We sort of.
He's just a ledge. I just 100%. It actually makes me happy that we've had that opportunity to chat to him, because he deserves it. And he said, when we were talking to him, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just plodding along. I'd come over here, I just got to do my thing, but I'm feeling good. And then he goes out and he's played unbelievable the last couple of months. It's freaking mad.
And even now that, because he won the US Open, or the senior US Open, he gets a place in the 2025 actual US Open at Oakland.
Nice. Yep.
So he gets an exemption into that.
He gets a heap of exemptions into all the senior events, I think, for the next X amount of years or something.
Not on the tour, obviously, because of live. But I think with obviously he gets exemptions into the majors. But yeah, it's good to see he's playing. I think he's playing this week. Is he playing Spain or something? I think I did see it maybe next week, but then he's going to play in the international series in England. Maybe our good mate Justin Warren might be playing in that as well. Maybe in Morocco. But yeah, it's sort of good to see. Even teased maybe
Spain's next week. Andalusia, July 12th. Yeah.
So we even teased them saying, "Look, we might need to just have another episode with you, another interview, and just talk about your 2024 success." We'll have to obviously now work out, because we can't just go, yeah, you're in Australia this week, so it's easy. We definitely have to work around a time zone that work for both of us.
Before and after, live down the middle before, down the middle after.
Yeah,
mate. You know what we should start looking at? Maybe we look at who we would like to see go well. Can we reach out to them and go, what's that? What'd you say?
Can we get Nico on?
Nico, if you're listening, reach out, brother. And all we have to do is send him the evidence. Just go, look, this was Blandy before. It was going pretty good. Straight after, he's had a couple of top tens. Yeah.
Sure.
We say to Nico, do you want to be $10 million richer? Is that what you want or not?
But mate, like when I seen the thing of like he can play in the 2025 US Open, I'm like, let's go. We'll get tickets off him. We'll get access from him.
Let's go. Oakmont, here we come.
I don't even know where Oakmont is actually.
Somewhere in the US. Actually, speaking of golf courses, well, I saw today the Oz Open. Oh, geez, I could have this wrong. The Oz Open is down in Melbourne in the Sandbelt. Was it Kingston Heath? Was it Kingston Heath?
Kingston Heath and somewhere else. I'll tell you in 2 seconds because another good mate of the podcast. Maybe get Ben Morton on. He might win the Oz Open.
Benny could go well.
Yeah, Kingston Heath and the Victorian.
So one thing I thought, that's for this year's Oz Open, yeah, the 2024.
Yeah.
Absurd to me that we didn't already know where we were playing in this year's.
We should have 2 or 3 years ahead, like the US do, or for the majors.
Mate, the majors, other than the Masters, obviously, which is Augusta every year, pretty sure they have 10 to 15 years worth of courses lined up. Like you could look up now what the 2030. Well, if you talk about the Open or the US Open or the PGA, you'd know. I'm like, why are we in July and only just finding out where we're playing in 6 months? Yeah. Like again, it means nothing to me. But I was just like, wow, that's just I don't know. I'm just sort of thinking,
oh, it's crazy.
Do we want to? I don't know. You look at what happens in the US and you look at that the US PGA is obviously the top tier. Oz PGA, like you got to, I don't know, you got to follow a few of their things. I like that they take it back down to the Sandbelt though, because those courses are they're the pinnacle of Australian golf. Those courses down there, Kingston Heath, the Victorian, they're the top. They're the top of the top. What were you looking up?
Oakmont is in Plum, Pennsylvania. So
Plymouth. Where's Pennsylvania though? Means nothing to me.
Right, USA.
Okay.
Take you back on that one, mate.
East, west, north, south, middle. What are we looking at?
It is.
The USA is just. I got no idea where anything is apart from like Los Angeles and New York being on opposite sides.
Pittsburgh. It's a little bit in Pittsburgh.
Still not open.
So that is in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
It's like never.
He's doing never eat soggy wheat big spatlers for those that are just listening. He's trying to work it out.
It's south of Cleveland, I think.
Mate, if you're watching, I've got my Vancouver, Canada shirt on, mate. I'm not a US guy.
Yeah, so like it's.
Where is it in terms of
it's in the
either New York or?
Yeah,
so it's over near New York.
It's west of New York, like.
Perfect. Inland from New York. Yep. Show us the map. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay. No idea, Battlers. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's where Oakmont.
East Coast.
Oakmont Golf Club. In Plymouth, Pennsylvania. Plum. Oh, I thought you said Plymouth. I don't know.
No.
Anyway, all right, good. That was riveting stuff, and I'm sure the listeners will have really, really enjoyed that. You can skip. Good. Anyway, Blandy, going really good. I think I liked the interview. We got it. Yeah. Battlers, we keep saying we're going to do stuff, and we will. We're just chipping away at doing bits and pieces. Hey, just got a new house. I got a new baby. Yeah. We're just doing stuff.
And it's not the easiest to get people on as well. Unfortunately, nowadays everyone does podcasts, so it's like it's hard.
Mate, I've seen like friggin' so many more podcasts just pop up.
It's ridiculous.
You see the Players Club, the Cowboys thing. Yeah, Taylor made. How good is that?
Well, I wonder how that's all going to go now that Downsy's.
Yeah, Chatty, he's gone. So,
and we don't want
who they
Homer
got?
back at the Sharks. Fuck that. You left us for the NFL. You're not coming back to us.
You reckon?
I don't want that.
I reckon that'd be a good get. But anyway, whatever. Last golf thing, H. You're not playing pennants this year. You're too good. Hear that, Battlers? He's too good to play pennants. He's been kicked out because his handicap is too low, and he shan't be playing.
Haven't been
You just can't play. You can't play.
I can get the rounds in before the start.
No, because I think if you dip too low during the year, you can't play.
No, you just can't.
Change of rules.
Yeah. So from January 1st,
it's at the start of the year. Okay. Yep.
And then you can't play the week or of that week if you go. So say that we start on the 21st, right? So say if I was 17.2 on the 20th, I play that Saturday, and then that afternoon I go to 16.8. I can play that Sunday, but I can't play the following week.
Unless your handicap goes back up.
Unless my handicap goes back up, yes.
What are you now?
16.6.
And what can you be? 17?
17.
You're not getting back out there. No way.
I shot 24
And if you do, here's the evidence that you tanked it.
I shot 24 points today. It's on the way.
Convenient.
Yeah. I actually played well. I didn't play too bad. I mean,
did you tank it? Did you?
No, I actually didn't. I played. So I focused too much on it the first 6
Battlers. I think we've got a cheater on our hands.
It's not cheating because we can ask a good friend of the podcast. I played with Chad today. I said to him, I hope I shoot 36 points, but I'm going to put 26 points down. But
I can't do the podcast with a cheater.
I had 3 points through 6 holes, and I was like, I need to actually start playing more because I shot 10. Right. So, yeah.
Look, I shouldn't talk. I played as Hayden Moore up at Foster, and you've still got that round as one of your flags.
Flag would get off.
But I was doing you. I was like, Dad goes, "What'd you make?" I go, "Par. Put me down for a wipe."
Yeah.
He's like, "What do you mean? You made par?" I said, Hayden doesn't need a par because otherwise he's going to get like 80 points today.
100%. And mate, tell you the truth, just flights are only $2,000 to Pittsburgh. So
right now,
yeah, tomorrow.
What's accommodation? 2,000? Did you say each?
Yeah, and that's one way. So
Jesus. Okay. We're looking for a sponsor for down the middle.
Blandy.
Well, he's just won 10 mil.
Yeah.
Get us over there, mate. Mate, I will carry your bag. I'll shine your shoes. I'll
100%.
I'll do it. Whatever you want, mate. Whatever you want.
100%.
I always wanted to be a caddy. I've still got some faith. If my kids go all right. I had the kids hitting golf balls out on the front lawn today.
I got my nephew turned two on the weekend. I got him a little plastic set, just a one clubber, little bag, 2 balls. So
I had the proper one out there. I bought a golf club off Stewie. It's proper.
Yeah, nice.
Eleanor was getting there. Harry needs a bit of work. That's okay. Got time.
He's young. So
yeah. Cohen, not out there yet, but that's okay. Yeah. Mate, Eels have just gone in. We're up to round 18. Eels Bunnies, the Thursday night game. It's now 10-16. Regan Campbell-Gillard just scored a try. Good on him.
There you go. Not many times big rockers get over.
Still need Trell.
Mate, we might as well run through.
Do you want to talk about last week's games?
Oh, I do, mate.
Do you want to? Sharks lost.
Mate, Sharkies on a downhill slide. Should have
Are
won.
they out of the top 4 now?
No,
Not yet.
We're still third. Still
Third.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Losing to the Dogs.
That game against the Doggies was
It's painful to watch.
Yeah, it was a bit painful to watch. I tipped the Sharks, and I was like, "Freaking hell, man!" The Dogs weren't even that crash hot. They just sort of stayed in it.
Yeah.
I think the field goal rattled Hines. Oh my goodness!
17 minutes. I could have done it most close. Oh, honestly. What was some one-liners in it?
Oh, you've got me giggling, mate. You've got me laughing. I like it. That's very good. Very good.
But yeah,
anyway, Doggies got the win.
Yeah.
This is round 17 we're talking about last week. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mate, then the Warriors doing what they had to do, 32-6. Did you
surprise me?
Broncos?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
I did.
They had Reynolds, Walsh, Carrigan, Haas out.
Yeah. I didn't look too hard at the team list, but I just move on.
And then, mate,
I knew Carrigan was out because he was out of my Supercoach team, but I didn't look further than that.
Newcastle Knights winning 34-26. Just when I have faith to take the Eels.
No, I took the Knights. So
that was, Moses had a good game again, but
he played all right. Yep.
Mate, then this one was a bit of a bludger game. I must say, it was a little bit wet down.
Low scoring
with the Storm versus Canberra. It was only 6-0 at halftime, then 6-all after a couple of minutes in the second half. But
6-all, mind you, with a try in the 36th minute. So only just scoring in that first half.
100%. Mate, then the Storm winning 16-6. They didn't look the best. I know no Pappenhausen, no Grant as well. So you could probably say that they did what they needed to do without Munster.
Well, that's the thing, mate. Like when you're first playing against 12th or whatever the Raiders are coming, 10th, 12th, whatever. It's like you don't have to put 100 on them. You just have to win. So it doesn't really matter if you're in first and you win by 100 or you win by 10. Doesn't matter. Although winning by 20 is pretty good. Winning by 20 is the score you want.
I can't see that game. Oh, the Roosters won? Was that one, yeah?
No, Dragons, Dolphins, mate, 26-6. Yeah. Sorry. Have you got that one? Yeah, the first game on Sunday.
Mate, it was a bit of a bludger game at the start, I must say.
So I got a bit of a yarn for you. So obviously my son was born on Saturday afternoon, so then Sunday I had family around and whatever, and just doing our thing, and I just picked my phone up and went, "Oh, what footy's on this afternoon again?" I went, "Oh, friggin' hell, we're 50 minutes into the Dragons game." Well, I'll put that on. And I went, "Oh, Jesus, it's 6-0 to the Dolphins." Put it on at the 50-minute mark. Wouldn't connect to the TV. Connected it over there to the Google Home. Me and Dad stood over here and watched it and just went try. I was like, this is great. So the last 30 minutes, they scored 26 points. First 50 didn't even look like scoring by the sounds of it. Hey?
24 points. You're losing 6-2 at halftime.
Oh, was it 6-2 at halftime? I thought it was 6-0. Anyway, there you go. Whatever.
It might well be 6-0, really. It's not.
May as well. 2 points.
But yeah, they definitely picked it up in the second half.
Did you back the Dragons?
I did back the Dragons, mate. Without Hammer,
good boy.
I don't. They're not too
threatening.
Too special.
So, into the top 8, the Dragons.
Yeah, the most undeserving top 8 I reckon this year. Yeah,
top 8, mate.
I'll give it to you. I did say that you guys will be a lot better under Shane Flanagan.
They are.
They
are way better.
He's a good coach.
I was skeptical at first, but I'm happy. I'm happy at the moment.
But mate, and then the Cowboys. Just when the Warriors and Cowboys, you can't take it. Like they're a week on, week off kind of thing. You
can't trust them at all, can you?
Yeah.
Can I just look at the Cowboys first though, because there's no Origin players, no Cotter, no Nanai, no Holmes,
Dearden.
No Dearden.
Yeah.
They've got a bunch of nobodies playing.
And
they beat the reigning premiers.
Yeah, but Penrith didn't have Edwards or
That's true.
Liam
Cleary.
Martin, no Cleary. Like,
So what? Yo backed up. That's it.
only Yo backed up. He's the only one that backed up.
Okay, fair
So,
enough. Again, another game I didn't look too closely at the teams because I backed the Panthers.
So yeah, I sort of, and I was speaking to another mate, and I said, I'm thinking of going the Cowboys. So and he goes, mate, both sides don't have their origin players. Well, just go Penrith. I went, yep, you're right.
See, and traditionally over the last couple of years, though, that's what Penrith have done. They've shown that they're a class above because they can win without their stars. That's what they've done. Anyway,
100%.
Last game.
Then moving back to where the Tigers are rightfully where they belong, in last place.
Back down the bottom.
Yeah, back down the bottom. Mate, they lost 40-6 against the against the Roosters, sorry. Roosters hit some form.
Yeah.
When they're not really affected by Origin anymore.
No, see, that's been one really good
that's
thing.
Where the Roosters have their lull. They had their lull from round 30 to round 19 in the previous years, having players in Origin. But pretty much, I think the only player they had is Connor Watson and Collins. And, yeah.
Well, they don't make a huge impact. Yeah. If I look at the try scorers, 8 tries scored, and 48th minute, Daniel Tupou, 64th, James Tedesco, 66th, Victor Radley, and 68th, Daniel Tupou. 3 players that have played Origin before. Radley hasn't, but he was in the mix, right?
And then he went to England.
Oh, that's right. Then he's gone to England, yeah. And that was the conversation that he will never play Origin if he keeps playing for England. But like those 3 guys in particular, from a try scoring perspective, Luke Keary, who was in the extended squad a couple of weeks ago, he scored a try 31st minute. You're absolutely right. It makes a huge difference when you don't have a heap of Origin players out. Again, would they have lost to the Tigers? Probably not. But just they won 40-6.
Like they're just full head of steam. You know what I mean? Like they don't have to worry about trying to do load management.
Absolutely,
to players. So but
let's look at this week, and I've just got my first leg of my multi up. Latrell Mitchell's just scored. The first game is Bunnies Eels. Eric Combank.
I tipped
20-10. 20-10 at the 60-minute mark. I tipped the Bunnies.
20,
I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
20-10. That's what I've got. Could be 22 with a kick to come potentially. I've got that. Latrell just scored a try.
Yeah.
You tipped the Eels, mate. Can you talk me through that? I don't understand that.
Who, me?
Yeah. Why have you tipped the Eels?
I tipped the Bunnies.
Oh, I thought you just said you tipped the Eels.
Fuck no.
Oh, good. Anyway, let's move on from that. That's okay. I'm happy with that.
I just opened my app because you got me worried. I went, fuck, get off.
What? Oh, geez, I could have sworn that's what you said. Anyway, whatever. Good. I'm glad you didn't.
No.
They look like they could win. Sharks Titans tomorrow, 6 o'clock at where are we going? Coffs Harbour.
Yeah, up the Central Coast.
Nice. You going? No. Oh, he's thinking about it.
No. You seen
Coffs Harbour's not Central Coast. That's friggin' North Coast. Coffs is right up.
Okay.
Isn't it? Doesn't matter. Anyway, playing against the Titans. You've tipped the Sharks. I've tipped the Sharks. He's all good. He's all 100%.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lost.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Right. That won't surprise me.
No, AJ Brimson and someone else. Sammy for the Titans. They both got ruled out today.
AJ did.
Yeah.
No Campbell.
No Campbell. And thankfully, praise the Lord, Fitzy is actually made some changes. He's dropped Rudolph from his dismal first half display last week. I was ready to play with 16 men after 20 minutes in that Dogs game. So yeah, he dropped him for the young guy. So
I like Rudolph. Anyway, whatever. Suncorp, 8 o'clock, standard Friday night game. Broncos, Panthers. Team lists look pretty full strength.
Is it only Reynolds and Cleary that are not playing for the teams?
Yep, pretty much.
So Cobbo, Walsh are all back, obviously.
Walsh is back. Cobbo's in at centre. Your back line for the Panthers looks pretty standard. Jack Cole, Jerome Luai in the halves, and Ezra Mam and Jock Madden in the halves. Your forward pack is pretty. I have gone Penrith initially. I've tipped Penrith. I think after a loss last week, Broncos lost too, but Penrith are the favourites, $1.57 to Broncos $2.41.
Yeah, interesting.
It'd be tough to win up at Suncorp, but I think they might be able to.
I think I will go Brisbane. I'll go Brisbane.
Okay, nice. 3 o'clock on Saturday, Bulldogs and Warriors. I'm just going to go the Doggies. It's over at a core.
I'll back the Warriors.
You're going the Wars, up the Wars. Okay, nice. 5:30, Leichhardt Oval, Tigers, Storm. Go the Tigers.
Storm, 20 plus. Easy.
Yeah, I'm going the Storm.
I suppose Pappenhausen's not playing and Longo is not playing either.
I did say that. Yeah, you're right. I don't think that makes too much of a difference.
No, still. So I might go 10 plus.
If the Tigers can get within 10, I think they've done a good job.
Yeah.
That's a good job for them. 7:35, Country Bank Stadium in Townsville, Cowboys, Seagulls. I'm going to go the Seagulls here.
I think, mate, I've seen in the tipping that a lot of the tipping's been 70% Cowboys, 30% Manly. I think that's a bit harsh because Cowboys haven't been that good. Like, I don't know where people get. I know it's not in Townsville, but
they're flip a coin at the moment. Cowboys.
Manly's pretty much full strength now. They've got Tom Trbojevic who's playing his first game back in left centre.
I think that's good.
I think Manly for the upset.
I think Turbo in at centre gives him enough to sort of get back in, test it, how everything's going, test the injury, but also work on that load management. But also, if he sees something, go and grab it, mate. Off you go. Because you've got someone like Cooler who's still playing at fullback, who's still playing that role. So then, Tommy, mate, if you're feeling good by the 60th minute, by the 30th minute, whatever it is, off you go. Go and get in there and just hang around the ruck and wait for an offload or chase a kick or whatever. I think it's a brilliant move. So I'm going to go the Seagulls.
Yeah, I'm agree with that.
I'm going to make this short and sweet. Roosters, Dragons. Roosters.
What's happening to me? My side. Yep. Roosters, 20.
Yeah. Roosters, $1.24 to the Dragons, $4.10.
Yeah,
again,
that's a bit disrespectful. I think that's
the line's 13.5. I was going to have a bet on the Dragons plus 13.5 at $1.90.
100%. Dragons.
I was like, that's actually pretty good. I reckon they'll get within. I think they'll get to within 8.
You've got to have a fast start.
They got to score the first one or the second or third. Yeah, because if they get too far apart,
if the Roosters score first, I might change that.
Yeah, but plus 13, mate. I thought that's not too bad. Last game's Raiders Knights down at GIO. I'm going to go the Knights. I think the Knights are going pretty good. Yeah,
Kalen Ponga back.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
4 o'clock game. It won't be too cold. I think that'll be. Yeah. I like that Will Price too. The half or the 5/8. He played pretty well the other day. So I'm gonna go the Knights there. And obviously the Dolphins got the bye. Whatever, that's fine. I'm going to go with one last piece of news. I'm hoping you saw it today. Perth has got a team locked in for 2027. Was it 2027?
Yeah.
Partnering up with the North Sydney Bears in some sort of fashion. There'll be one game played out of North Sydney over the year as a home game, and then the rest of their home games will be over at Perth. Thoughts?
I don't like it. I don't.
Why?
For a start, now every team's got to travel to the other side of the country, right? They don't. They're an AFL state. I just don't think that it's going to take off. As much as you can say that they got the fans here in Sydney already with the North Sydney Bears, I don't give a fuck. Then people aren't going to travel over to Perth to watch the Bears. We don't have the players. Like you can see from the Dolphins that they're still taking a little bit of time. They've had to spend a bit of overs to get 3 or 4 good players there, but then I just
see for me, I like the idea, and I think I've never been to Perth, but for the people that I've spoken to that have been there, I think there's enough of a population there that just love their sport, love their footy, probably AFL. But I think they'll get plenty of fans there, and I think they'll establish a fan base. I think they will. I don't know how many players are going to go there, and what marquee player. And again, from all reports, Perth is really nice, and the surrounding suburbs and whatnot is really nice. So it might be a great place to raise a family. It might be a great place to go and live. You know, there's still beaches over there. It's nice and warm, like whatever. But does it have the appeal of Redcliffe Dolphins? Not really. Does it have the appeal of, I don't know where else you would go, like maybe New Zealand? Does it have an appeal of?
I would have went a second New Zealand team. In my honesty, you've got the players. You can just start poaching the union, get the young boys there. Like
see that too. I think you're probably a better chance of getting players from the New Zealand base and some ex-New Zealanders going back over, or some people going, nah, stuff it, I'll go over to play for the second New Zealand team.
2027, perfect time. Jerome Hughes, Dylan Brown, they're boys coming off contract. Fucking bang, there you go. You can get one of them. Like, some of the Kiwi boys over here will go, fuck, I can be a part of history here and make a second NRL team in my hometown or home country, sorry. See, I would have went with New Zealand, but I don't know.
See, I like it. I like the thought of it. I like what it stands for. I think it's great to grow the game and get it over there. But in saying that, Melbourne is very AFL, and Melbourne Storm has a Melbourne Storm. Yeah, I think it'll be similar over there. Who do you, just before we wrap up, one player, who do you try to poach? If you're being realistic of someone that you think that might move, who would you try and poach? Just think like the current crop, because again, in 2 years' time, it might sort of change a bit. But like you said, with Jerome Hughes going over there, that's probably who you would try to poach.
I don't think he would go Perth, though.
No. But I mean, like going to New Zealand, that would be good. But what about for Perth?
Fuck, mate. I don't really know if a marquee player would want to go over to Perth. Who would you go?
See, I think another Storm guy. I'd go Cam Munster. I'd throw the book at him. I reckon by 2027, so like next year and 2026, I think he might be ready to move.
I'd rather retire than go play for Perth. Really. Honestly.
I'd rather retire than go and play for Perth.
And then there's another thing. Who would be the coach? There's only one name I got that would fit the bill.
Who?
Brad Arthur. I think he's the only one that you go to him now. But then he's got to sit there for 2.5 years. Because who else do you get? Or do you get an assistant to come up the ranks?
Well, I don't know. You might see someone like Ricky move, or
he just signed a new 4-year contract.
And
And it is another thing. You sort of
Trent Barrett maybe, like sit around for another year or so.
Well, he might get the para job.
Yeah, he might. So I'm just trying to think of the
I
same people that are going for
Yeah.
para. Josh Hannay. He's been in talks for the
para job. Jason
Dean Young maybe. Jason Rolls.
Yeah.
Ben Hornby. Is Ben Hornby? What's he doing? Is he?
I
He's at
think
South.
he'll stay at South for his assistant.
So yeah, I don't know.
Do you get Sam Burgess? Do you go for Sam Burgess if South's going to lure him back? I think Wayne Bennett will lure him back to South to go be my assistant for 2 years, and then you can take over the Bunnies. I think that's what would happen. But
okay, hang on. If Burgess signs as the coach for are they the Perth Bears? Is that what they're going to be?
I don't know.
Perth. Let's call them the Perth Bears for argument's sake. Would that make you more inclined to go and play for them? It does for me. Oh no. I would go and play for Sam Burgess. I'd go and play for Sam.
I don't know how many players are going to relocate their life over to Perth.
It's only 6 hours away. 8 with travel to and from the airport.
It's not like you have 3 days to come back to Sydney and then go back and play a game. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You almost need an Adelaide team too, so you can have a stopover, so you can sort of play the round.
Mate, I would have went Queensland. I would have went New Zealand, and then PNG.
Nah, they can't go to PNG. Infrastructure's not there, and the fans are friggin' nutcases. You wouldn't pack up. You would much rather pack up in. I'm not picking on Papua New Guinea. You would much rather go and live in Perth than in Papua New Guinea. Like they're not where we're at. Even the Pacific Islands. They talk about Pacific Islands, dude. This is going back 6 years ago. But I went and lived in Fiji for 2 weeks. Like I lived. I was in a hotel, but I was living in just a random Fiji like city town. I went to this bloke's house. He was a school teacher. He lived like in nothing. Like you can't take a professional rugby league team there. It's not there. They got no money. Like the Fiji fans, they can't spend money on the Papua New Guinea fans. They can't spend money on a $169 jersey.
Yeah.
You think they're going to buy a membership for $300, $400? Perth can, because they're all fly out miners and stuff. They get shitloads of money to spend.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
I don't know.
Anyway, Perth Bears. We'll see. You got anything else, mate?
I think we're all talked out of sport.
That's about it. All right. I might go and watch the rest of the footy. How long we got left? 8 minutes. Perfect.
Beautiful.
All right. Thank you, Battlers. We'll talk to you soon.
Next week.